Again, Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from Ben Affleck 2 years after they were married and 2 decades after they were first engaged.
They were the couple that everyone thought would be it. The ultimate Hollywood romance, a storybook reunion. After nearly 20 years apart, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were back together. The public was eager for a second engagement, maybe even a wedding. But then, just as quickly as it seemed like everything was falling into place, the question started to linger. Why didn't Ben Affleck marry Jennifer Lopez? It's a question that's been on everyone's mind, and today, we're going to uncover the truth behind why this love story didn't have the ending we expected. Their first chapter was filled with glitz, glamour, and a ton of paparazzi. In the early 2000s, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were everywhere. They were one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples, with every move they made dissected by the media. Their engagement in 2002 seemed like the beginning of something epic, but just 2 years later, in 2004, they called it off, leaving fans shocked and heartbroken. Back then, the pressure was too much. The relentless media attention was suffocating. Every date, every outing was covered by the press, and it began to take a toll on their relationship. The constant scrutiny, the constant questions about their future, it all weighed heavily on both of them. Ben, in particular, seemed uncomfortable with the circus surrounding their love life. Ultimately, they broke up, with both of them moving on to their respective paths. Fast forward to 2021, and something unexpected happened. After years of being apart, they found their way back to each other. By then, both had experienced their fair share of heartbreaks and challenges. Jennifer Lopez had been married twice, and Ben Affleck had gone through a painful divorce with Jennifer Garner. They were different people now, but the spark between them reignited, and the world watched with bated breath as they rekindled their love. As soon as they got back together, things felt different. But was it just the excitement of a second chance, or was something deeper at play? Ben Affleck, now a bit older and wiser, wasn't the same guy he was in the early 2000s. Over the years, he had gone through some tough times, including battling addiction and working through personal demons. Those struggles, which he's been open about, had changed his outlook on life and relationships. Jennifer Lopez, on the other hand, had her own baggage. After several high-profile relationships, she wanted stability. She wanted a lasting love. Getting back with Ben was a dream come true for her. But as much as they had undeniable chemistry, their expectations were different. Jennifer was ready for a commitment, a real one this time. She wanted marriage, something lasting. Ben, however, wasn't so sure. His past had left him with scars, and the thought of putting on another ring, going through the motions of a high-profile marriage, scared him. He wasn't ready to face the media circus again. His first marriage to Jennifer Garner had ended in divorce, and it was painful. The thought of repeating the same mistakes, of putting himself under the microscope again, wasn't something he was eager to do. At this point in his life, he wanted peace, not pressure. There were a lot of external factors that played into Ben's hesitations. First and foremost, the constant media attention that followed them was a huge factor. It wasn't just their love that was under scrutiny. It was their every move, their every word. Ben had lived through this before. He knew how it felt to have his personal life torn apart by headlines. It wasn't just annoying, it was exhausting. And this time, he wasn't so sure he was willing to sign up for that again. Then, there was the timing. The pandemic had changed a lot for people. It forced everyone to slow down, reflect, and reevaluate what really mattered. Ben, during this time, took a step back. He spent time focusing on himself, his mental health, and his family. His career had always been a priority, but this new phase of his life had made him reassess everything. He didn't just want to rush into a marriage because it was expected or because the public wanted it. Both Ben and Jennifer had been through divorces, and they knew what it was like to raise children through those challenges. Jennifer was a mother of twins, and Ben had 3 kids with Jennifer Garner. With everything going on in their lives, Ben didn't want to make another rushed decision. It had to be the right time for him, on his terms. After Ben proposed again, everyone was sure that the wedding was right around the corner. But as months passed, that dream wedding never materialized, and here's where things get tricky. Both of them, despite their obvious love, were not on the same page about what they wanted. Jennifer Lopez, having been married before, seemed to believe in the institution of marriage as a symbol of stability and commitment. She was looking for that solid foundation. Ben, however, had grown wary of the idea of marriage. His personal history was full of highs and lows, and he wasn't eager to dive back into something that could potentially crumble under the weight of external pressures. Yes, he loved Jennifer, but he didn't want to risk everything they had for a public spectacle that might not stand the test of time. He needed more than just a ceremony. He needed peace in his life, something that a high-profile wedding might not give him. The emotional weight of their pasts, their previous marriages, their children, their public personas, was too much to ignore. Ben had already seen how things could go wrong. He didn't want to put himself or Jennifer through the same pain that he had gone through before. This one is huge. Their relationship had always been in the public eye, but now, with both of them older and more seasoned in the world of fame, they understood the toll it could take. Ben Affleck had always been very vocal about his desire to keep his life private. His past experiences with the media were far from pleasant, and as much as he loved Jennifer, he didn't want their relationship to be reduced to tabloid fodder again. Jennifer Lopez, on the other hand, had always embraced her celebrity status. She thrived under the spotlight and seemed to enjoy the attention. For Ben, though, the constant exposure felt like a weight. It wasn't just about the pictures. It was about the constant scrutiny, the pressure to perform. That tension between Jennifer's love of being in the spotlight and Ben's need for privacy may have been a major source of friction in their relationship. Ben had been through a lot before he and Jennifer reconnected. His struggles with addiction, depression, and self-doubt were no secret. He had spent years working through these issues, and as much as he loved Jennifer, he was in a much different place emotionally than he had been before. He needed peace, stability, and to continue his journey of healing. Another marriage, especially one that came with the kind of public attention their relationship attracted, was something he wasn't sure he was ready for. When it came to love, Ben wasn't just looking for a relationship, he was looking for balance. He needed to feel secure in himself before making any more major life decisions. This deep introspection, this focus on self-care, likely led him to the conclusion that marriage might not be the answer, not yet at least. What do you think? Was Ben's decision about his own emotional growth, or did something else play a role? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on your favorite celebrity stories. See you next time.